Hey, we should host another group build sponsored by the podcast.
Sure, but it needs to be a race car this time.
Yeah, something that can race on asphalt or dirt.
And night and different types of weather. That would be pretty cool.
And can fly.
Wait, what?
What you talking about, BG?
Hey, I got it. Rally cars.
Yes.
What date should we run the build for?
How about January 31st? It can start and go to December 31st. That's a good amount of time.
Sure, I can work with that.
Okay, but I gotta say, I'm a little concerned about the defying gravity thing. I haven't had much luck in that lately.
Join the Scale Model Car Podcast 2025 Rally Cool Rally Car Group Build and build that rally car model kit that's been sitting on your shelf ever since you brought it home from the hobby store and said, I'm gonna build that one day, because now is your chance.
Hey, well, hello, my fellow car maulers. How you doing today? I've got some Luka Cee products to show you over on the andyshhq.com for you to be able to purchase them. And I got conversion kits to show you that I think you're going to like. This is to do a 74 Duster. It's a conversion kit to take the 74, 75 Dart that round two and all, it's an old MPC, but it would be put out under AMT, MPC, whatever, but it is the 75 Dart. At one time it was misprinted, probably about 15 years ago. AMT put it out and called it a 75 Duster, but it was actually a Dart. And this is specifically designed to convert that Dart kit into a Duster. So if you're looking for replacement parts, if you have one of those old annual Dusters, I will warn you that this hood has been modified to work on that Dart kit. This will not replace your original hood. So if anybody's asking, rest of the part are pretty much directly out of the old annual Duster kits. This right here is specific to be used in this conversion kit to convert that 75 Dart kit, the Dodge Dart, and this will turn it into a Plymouth Duster. And just a close look, you got your whole back panel. You have to cut out, it's a little complicated, but you know, you can get it. You scribe under the underneath the trunk lid and then just cut off at the quarter panels. You just size it up with this right here up against your body of your Dart and cut that tail piece off, and you see it says Duster right there. Pretty cool. And we've got the tail light bezels. You could paint those with your favorite chrome. We have red clear lenses here that goes into those. Trying to keep everything red clear. I'm having a problem right now with clear, so when I run out of clear until I find a good clear resin to use, I might have to go to just casting these in regular resin like this, but I have a few of these on hand, so the first few you get, we'll see how this sells. Hopefully soon I find a good clear resin that I can use. A lot of product has changed in the years that I was out of doing this, and I haven't found stuff that works as well. But we've got, again, bumper. This is the little area that you'll need to place into the front of the Dart to give it the shape of the Duster. And this basically goes kind of like right there behind that bumper, right there. And then you've got the grill that fits in. And I did a model years ago, this cool drag car that I had a lot of fun with it. It really turned out very nice, and it really works well. It's a little bit of cutting, a little fitting, but then you get yourself your Duster, which is an extremely rare kit these days to find, and you're going to spend a lot of money. It's a lot cheaper. You get this kit, you get a hold of one of those Dusters or those Darts, you probably have it already in your collection, and bam, we've got you set up. So I've got, actually, I do have two more kits. I want to show you a kit that's going to be for you really old vintage NASCAR builders, like we're talking 60s NASCAR. I got something very cool for you. Check this one out. Okay, NASCAR fans, like old NASCAR fans, we're talking 1969, 68, 69, maybe into the 70 season. Does anybody know what this is? Correct. Years ago, when Polar Lights put out their okay models of some Torinos, and then they also did, well, not really Torinos, they did Talladegas, and they did the Mercury version which was the Cyclone, which was kind of like the Cyclone spoiler. It was, which was your kind of the Mercury version of the Talladega. But they also would run regular Torinos, and the Mercury guys would run what was called Montego, the Cyclone, but it was called the W nose, which was kind of, you know, it wasn't the all aerodynamic one. This is a conversion for the Mercury Cyclone spoiler that Polar Lights put out years ago. I did this kit years ago, and it was popular then, and I wasn't sure if it would be anything of any interest these days, because those kits aren't so available anymore. Sorry for the noise in the background. Felix is playing with his toy trucks. But anyways, you know, he was looking over my shoulder, making sure I was doing everything right, and he felt good enough that he could go conduct his other business and let me just roll with this. But we've got ourselves the W nose hood. It's very different. If you're familiar with the hood or the whole front end of that Cyclone spoiler, you can tell that this is a completely different hood. It's got the understructure and everything. And just so you know, I am going to try to have the instructions with this. I have little instructions, but there is a purpose for these little tabs that cut off very easy. And what those are for is you place this on your Cyclone spoiler body, tape it down, you flip underneath, and that'll give you the point of where you're going to have to cut off the front fenders, because it comes with these fender extensions that you glue on, and then you'll have to do some putty work, but that gives you that shape on your front fenders. It corrects it all to just do the base model W nose. You got obviously two of them. There you go. They fit right on there, and you have your front bumper and of course the grill. And this is all set up strictly for NASCAR. I didn't do a stock one at all. Just it's unattainable, and unless I was to ever get a hold of something good as far as to use for a master, I can't just poof make it happen. I'm not that good of kind of making it from scratch. If someone could, that was someone I know that I could get to do that, we would come out with it. But you can see that this is all set up for strictly building a NASCAR race car. But it's got the screen mesh all molded in, and you got your rivets into your headlight covers, and your little center there with the rivets around there. Just that was the look I did. But this is one that I mastered up with pieces and parts. I had a lot of help from Pat Redman, my pal up there in the north, in the Great White North, up there, my buddy A. But now we're going to show you the final granddaddy of them all, conversion kit. Some of you Camaro fans, this is going to be that holy grail that's so hard to obtain that now maybe I can help you obtain it a little easier for you to build yourself what you always wanted to build.
You're watching the Luka Cee channel on YouTube.
Okay, and here's the last one. Anybody can tell me what this is? That's right. I call it the 74 Camaro conversion. All right, I hear you. The reason why I could just label it as a 74 conversion is because this is designed to fit very well onto the most recent, we've had it in the past 20 years, but the AMT 70 Camaro, any version, the Baldwin Motion, the Z28, but it's the 70.5 Camaro kit that this is designed for. And because of the back window, 74 was the only year with that shaped back window. 75, they went to a more rounded shape window, which you could still make a 75, 76, 77 Camaro with this if you want to mess with that back window. But for a direct, just putting it onto that kit without that kind of modification, that's why I call it a 74. This is not just parts taken off of either the MPC or the AMT 74, 75 Camaros and just knocked off. I worked these things out and did a lot of re-engineering to where this thing is a perfect match and fit. The shape right here and all this works right on to the AMT 70.5 Camaro. If you were to take This, I believe this nose originated from the, I always forget which ones because I used parts of the MPC and parts of the AMT. I picked out all the best parts to use. I think this is from the AMT version, the nose here. But if you were to take the nose off of the AMT body and try to put it on the Camaro, it wouldn't work. I had to reform all this to make this all match up nice and perfect. And if you cut it right and everything, you could look at pictures to see exactly how to do all that. But this gets you into that ballpark of having a 74 Camaro. Of course, you got your front bumper. There's the lower grille. We have the regular upper grille right here. Pops right in. These are the blinkers that go in the smaller round area. I hope to one day, maybe, possibly, I might do these in clear, but I'm having an issue with finding a good clear. So in the meantime, I'm sorry, I'm going to be casting them in the regular resin, just the gray resin. And of course, we have our rear portion. You have to cut and modify, obviously, to get that to fit. So this is going to take some certain amount of modeling skills. It's not a just slam it on. You're going to have to do some cutting and customizing, but this gets you there. This is basically a patch panel for the whole back end, and you have your rear bumper that goes right onto that. And see, it even fits into those holes. A little bit of cleanup. I don't have it perfect for you, but it'll go on there. And we also have clear red tail lights that fit right on in there for you. So you get that 74 on up angled cool look that was always got to be so well known for the Camaros for a long time, having that wraparound tail light. To me, this is like my favorite part of this conversion, the coolest looking thing to have created that. I have thought about casting these in clear because this should be a clear portion right there. Yeah, I've been real excited about bringing this out. I know this right here really will give a lot of people the opportunity to build a model that I don't know if we're ever going to see. Hopefully, I even hope so. It'll put me out of business, but I do hope the model companies will one day, someone will come out with a 74, 75, 76 Camaro, 77 Camaro. Big bumper Camaros, as we call them. Goes right in there. And I really do hope one day we'll get a kit, but in the meantime, those kits go for so much money, $200-$300. I've seen kits that the boxes are janky, but all the parts are there. As long as the parts are there and it's buildable, it's a $200 and something kit. Well, right here, this right here is about a $40 conversion kit, and you get your kit that's still available. There's, Round 2's been cranking out those 70 Camaros for 20 years. Well, AMT and Round 2. I think that's a pretty cheap way and cost-effective way to be able to get yourself your mid-70s Camaro. So there we go. That's all of them. That's everything I got to show you guys. I want to thank you all for watching. And I'm just having a good time here. Why? Because it's model cars. And that's why we build model cars, because they're fun, right? Here's the producers.